It's turned from. Alrighty, here we go. I'm actually. I'm loving the kit. I'm loving the game.
Yeah.
Dropped it straight away.
Yeah. A bit rusty. Welcome back to the Threecap podcast. Well, it's been 2 weeks since the last episode.
Again.
Actually, been a bit busy. Haven't really been in touch lately. It's good to see you guys' faces again. It's the highlight of my week, so I was a bit down last week. Anywho, last week you're in Melbourne, Coachy. Bit of a domestic leg of the world tour, or
Yeah,
what was the
so
go?
I went over just to meet some fans at the the new Marvel Stadium.
Yeah,
there,
I heard about that.
sold out crowd, obviously.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I sold out the crowd, so 100,000 there over AFL.
Yeah, it was a bigger crowd. I've seen it too.
I seen it. They got 100,000. I got like 101.
Yeah, I know.
So
because I looked, it was on the news up here, but you wouldn't have seen
and your
that.
cousin, me and your cousin sold it out. So,
But yeah, it's the day of the grand final. We're watching what is that? New South Wales Cup grand final right now.
nah, state
It's called
championship.
The interstate championship.
Interstate.
things.
Oh yes. I heard about that. The Panthers versus the Devils. Who do you reckon will win?
I'm gonna go Panthers.
Unfortunately, Panthers. I think
Because they got a few Dolphins in there, so to speak. And Panthers have just crashed over for a bit of a try there.
that could be a bit of a penalty though.
Yeah. Anywho,
Let's not watch it,
the main event for today, the NRL Grand Final. I'm sure we'll touch on that.
We'll be touching on a lot of things.
I'll throw it over to you to kind of touch on certain things, Coachy. What do you got for us?
Start off with a bit of NFL. Last time we spoke, it was about all the Bills and the Chiefs and the good work they were doing. Let's touch on a bit of a honky.
Bit of a honker. NFL honker of the week.
So last week, not this week, last week's games, the Cleveland Browns, they were up by 13 points with a minute and 22 seconds left, and they lost the game.
Hang on. Say that again.
Up 13 with a minute 22 left, and they've lost. Ew.
13.
That's a
13 points.
honker.
The
2
minute
touchdowns.
with 90 seconds left.
Yeah, so they scored, the opposition, and then they've received an onside kick, so it's the short ones. They got it back and scored again.
Shout out to the Cleveland
That was the
Browns.
Jets as well, and the Jets honk.
Oh
The Jets,
my God.
oh, they're a bit better this year, but last year they came like last or something.
That's the choke job of the season so far.
Yeah,
Of the year.
But get this, so the last 2,299 games, or 2,229 games before that, NFL teams leading by 13 or more with 2 minutes left have won
Undefeated.
that many times, and the last person to choke with 2 minutes left going up 13
Was the Browns?
was the Browns in 2001, in round 9, 2001. Well,
What a tradition.
Just keep it up.
Yeah, keep it up, I reckon.
keep it going.
What, they're breaking records.
Yeah,
They're
record
breaking
breaking.
what?
Groundbreaking stuff.
Honestly. We've got another one here from the MLB. Aaron Judge, New York Yankees. He just yesterday tied the record for the AL League home runs in a season, 61.
Oh, Judgy.
Judgy. Yeah.
Judgy. He's like the only MLB player I actually know. So,
It's
yeah.
highest
I'm a huge
highest
Judge
in a
fan.
season is
Massive.
73.
Isn't it? Yeah. And what's his first name? That Judge. Massive fan of him. What's his first name?
See, he's known by many names, isn't he?
Yeah,
You know what I
that's
mean? Those ones.
No idea who
Judge.
he is.
I don't know.
It starts with an A, I'll give you that.
Yeah, well, now I know it. It's Aaron. Obviously.
It actually is.
Obviously, yeah,
It
I know.
actually is
I know.
Aaron.
Obviously,
But yeah, so
I knew that though.
Yeah.
But I thought you were asking for his nickname, but
Yeah.
Don't worry, I was confused there. But yeah, Aaron
about
Judge,
6 or
huge fan.
7 games left, he could take over the AL record.
ANAL.
Obviously, the NL is a different story. They got 73 or
So there is AL and NL.
yeah,
Yeah, ANL.
yeah, ANL, yeah. But that Suoliti committed to Samoa. What do we think of that team going into the World Cup? They could be dangerous. They could be very dangerous.
I don't know. Should they be playing for?
Well, was he born there?
No, none of them were though. That's the thing. Like I think
It's their heritage, though.
it's their heritage, which is what the Samoan culture in Australia is. They really do represent their culture and their heritage, regardless if
Yeah.
they were born there or not.
Yeah. I think it's all right though. I think it's
But
good
do you think
to
they
have
should
more
be playing for New
competition.
South Wales and Queensland?
No.
No.
I don't think they should be.
If you're gonna commit to an international team of Samoa, you shouldn't be playing for.
Because obviously we haven't
state
seen
teams
them
in Aussie.
perform yet. But on paper, I know it's a different story when it comes to the day. On paper, is that not a top tier nation now? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
seriously,
when you
it's
look at that
stacked
team,
as.
it is stacked.
I don't know how I'd imagine they'd go good on when it comes to the World Cup,
You'd think so.
but they should not be playing for New South Wales because then New Zealand players should be able to play, and then it'll just be a waste of time. Like,
Depending on pools and how things go, who do you think will be like the top four, like the last four in the World Cup?
well, Australia's obviously going to win it. You guys think the Kiwis will win?
Mhm.
It's not going to be close, I don't reckon. Aussie will win it. New Zealand. And then I just don't know how these other teams are going to go. They've got all the stacked.
I genuinely think.
So I think the one thing going for Samoa and England are that they're on the other side of the pool to Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah,
Is there only 2 pools
No, there's 4, but when it comes to finals,
when you
draw,
meet them?
it'll be
Australia and New
different
Zealand are on the
sides.
same side,
Ah,
and Samoa and England are on the same side.
so
So,
it's
like,
looking good for Samoa.
yeah, I think they probably make the final just because they'll
That
beat
sounds
England.
about right, yeah.
They'll beat England.
Yeah.
wow.
But they don't have to play Australia or New Zealand until that time.
Yeah.
I think it's only a bonus for them to obviously get through the pools and then go through the finals without facing one of those teams. I think they've got a massive chance to get to the final.
Well, I don't know that. Maybe, yeah, but that's more so like plays into all those players shouldn't be playing State of Origin then because they're a good chance at winning it if they because they're going to make the final by the sounds of it, but you never know. England
Really,
might,
just depends on how England play at the tournament.
yeah.
They honk.
They honk though, yeah.
They
No,
absolutely.
Gildart.
They've named a fairly young squad, so I'm interesting to see. I'm interested to see.
And I'm
Interesting
pretty sure they
to
got
see.
one of the best backs in the game in Gildart. So,
I don't know if I don't think he got named.
oh, didn't he?
Young Herbie Farnworth's been named. Dom Young from the
Actually,
Knights.
yeah.
Victor Radley from the Roosters
Dom
have been
Young?
named. Dom Young, yeah.
Victor
I thought
Radley.
he was going to play for Jamaica with his brother.
Yeah, no.
Didn't
He's,
Victor Radley play State of Origin?
No, he's never played. He's always been in talks, but he either gets suspended or injured before
He got
they
named
get
in the
there.
extended squad, but then right after he committed to England,
Yeah.
so he can't
So,
play
yeah.
now.
Yeah. But
Which is
like
also
again,
goes back
Samoa
on
and
the
Tonga
point.
are probably better than England. So, what's the go there?
I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah,
They're just
I
not
think
classed-
Tonga are
classed
going
as-
to honk.
yeah. Tonga are gonna. I think the end. Yeah, Aussie, NZ, Samoa, England, maybe Tonga, maybe.
I think Fiji's better than Tonga.
Are they though?
I do.
They're gonna have. Oh yeah, they only really get too little here, don't
No,
they?
it's because they do the hymn at the start of the
Yeah.
game. So
Who? Who's him?
He did it.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
Jock Madden from the
Kumasu.
Tigers signed with the Broncos on a 2-year deal.
Oh, who's that? Sorry.
Jock Madden. So
Oh,
he was
Jockey.
in and out of the squad all year, but the footy he did play for the Tigers was pretty decent. How do you reckon he does?
Broncos.
Does he play much? You think?
No.
Okay.
Is he a
And-
good player? Yes. Did I wish he signed with the Dolphins? Yes.
But he didn't, so he's a cat now.
yeah.
Did we offer him? Do you know if we offered him?
Well, there was talks that he had actually signed, but I don't know. Again, you never
would've
know.
been-
Journos
him-
just make up as
Yeah,
much shit as
true.
they want.
Yeah.
Him and O'Sullivan would have been.
Would have been really good. Good young halves, quick.
And as you might scratch on this now, I might have to segue into it for you. You said journos make stuff up. Is the hammer to the Dolphins?
No, he actually
is that a
is. That
certainty?
was on the news last
Yeah,
night.
it's on the news last night. So
Wowee. What an absolute
and
treat.
I think it's over a few years, so it's not obviously a million,
Million
a
a
season.
season. Yeah, no, I seen 3 years, but again, like
Yeah.
the Dolphins haven't said it, so I was like, is it true?
Yeah, I think
just
it's a good signing.
It is a decent signing, but the stuff that I've watched him, it doesn't look like he tries.
Yeah, well, I think
Very
Wayne
hard.
Bennett should
If
be drilling some
Yeah.
effort into him. Because if Wayne Bennett does, guess who will be? I'll be down at Moreton Daily on that sideline, ripping into him. So,
Honestly.
but we'll see how he goes. He should be all right. But yeah, the team's looking good.
The team is
looking sensational. I cannot. And today as well, the unveiling of the jersey.
Oh,
I'm
so
sure we'll
excited.
be wearing those in the next episode, but a few logistical issues behind that, whether we can get that straight away. But yeah, it's looking good next week. Dolphins kit. If it's shit, he's still gonna buy it. Or would you go?
Well, I
buy
don't
the
know
Heritage?
because they're obviously going to have. No, the Heritage I'm not buying. The Heritage is one of the honkers
It's
of
the
all
worst
time.
jersey I've ever seen.
For me, there's an away jersey as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do we wait for that? I don't know.
Or
Do we
just-
get a
I'm gonna
training shirt? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends. It all depends on what their kit looks like because
It's looking from the teasers. It looks good. It looks really good.
I'm excited to see it.
I was saying, like, I think it's just so cool that we get to jump on, well, not jump on, but start
With a
with an NRL team well, since I was born, it was the Warriors.
yeah,
They honk.
yeah,
We've said enough about them.
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
that's just
to be able to obviously follow the Dolphins from now.
From literally day one, like the actual
Yeah.
day one.
Yeah, because ever since I started playing there, that was my
Yeah.
goal was to get them to the NRL. And now I have. So
And like,
and now I've done it.
Credit
so-
to yourself, for putting in all those years of work to eventually end up in the NRL. Like, not many people believed in you. I was one of them. I didn't believe you could do it, but to really be by your side and watch you do it. It's just credit to yourself, credit to your parents for raising a man like yourself. It's just. It's just pretty incredible what you've done, and
And full credit to the boys as well.
yeah, me and Coach can't thank you enough for what you've done for the Moreton Bay
Honestly,
council and community.
I'm
so-
tearing up.
Yeah, I
thinking
better
about all
start. I'm gonna actually a few tears there. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, no, just yeah, I can't even fathom how much this means. How much you've done for me and my family. So yeah, and I really mean that. So, yeah,
from the bottom.
yeah,
of my
from the
heart,
bottom
you
of
know?
it.
Little bit of football, bit of YouTube football. The Sidemen.
Oh yes,
Do you know
yes,
the
yes,
Sidemen?
yes, yeah.
You see, they played that charity match.
Yeah, and Cristiano Ronaldo, Suey.
Yeah, silly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they played that. It was so they sold out a 27,000 football stadium.
Yeah.
Better pitch invaders, Drongos. While
Trying
you're
to
running
get
on the
content,
field,
trying to get
while you're running
content.
on the field, just leave it.
Can I just say something about it? Cal the Dragon honks. He was the goalie.
No, but did you see the other goalie? No. Pieface. He led in 7. It was 8-7. The final score. It's a charity match. Like
Yeah, yeah,
obviously
yeah.
they're not going to be the best.
They're not soccer players either.
They're not soccer players. They're YouTubers and
Yeah.
TikTokers.
Yeah.
But it was a good game. It was actually a genuinely good
A
game
good watch,
to watch.
too. Did you watch the whole lot?
Yeah. So when I started watching, there was about 10 minutes till it went live, the stream.
Yeah, yeah.
And there was 300,000 people waiting.
Holy shit.
And then I think it was just before half time, I think it got up to 2.6 million viewers watching at the same time.
what live?
Live watching
Along as the
stream
30,000 in the
in
stands?
the stadium, and they raised over $1 million for charity.
Oh my god! Shout out
Like
to the
it's
Sidemen.
unreal.
Shout
And
out to the Sidemen.
some of the goals in there, genuine absolute screamers. Like they wouldn't look out of place in
Speed,
Prem.
the guy who
Like the goals.
was all over the headlines. He didn't look that bad for a random American.
He'd played like 3 games before,
And
and there was like a month leading up to it because he knew he was playing.
he got his goal disallowed. Was that offside?
He was offside.
Is that why?
He was like 10 meters offside.
Like, way.
Like genuinely, he was like so far offside.
he's
It's
hit
not
the-
funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the whole crowd hit it. It was so lit.
But yeah, so there was some genuine like world
Some
class.
steamers in there.
I showed Skip one of the goals. This dude his name's Toby. He's absolutely like outside of the boot, crossed it and it's curved around to his brother,
Yeah.
and he's headed it back that way into the goal. I was watching. I was like, how? Like,
Yeah. Well,
how you done that then?
there could be a bit of a appearance from DF7.
Yeah,
Probably one of the
DF7.
greatest soccer players to ever come out of the Southern Hemisphere.
Yeah,
There might for next year. We might have to,
I think they're looking at Jamie Reese Leishman too,
Yeah, Scottish Bolper.
the Scottish Bolt.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we won't give away too much, but let's just say KSI and them, they're knocking on our door. But I'll leave that there.
Well,
Stay tuned.
there's talks about doing it next year at Wembley, and Wembley is
They'll sell
massive.
it out easy.
They'll sell it easily.
Might have to scrape over to
I was
London for that.
I was talking to Messiah. We might head over for it.
Surely
next
you scrape over for that
year. I'm genuinely considering
and
it.
just scream in.
Well, we were both meant to watch it. This is a dig at you, Messiah. We were both meant to watch it, and I'm messaging him before it starts.
He's asleep.
And he messages me at like 4 the next morning. He goes, "Oh, I was asleep."
What time was the game?
It started at like 11.
Yeah. Oh my god.
To be fair, we did have a pretty big day. I
No,
just flown
he's
back, but-
useless. Kill yourself.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, a little bit of a touch on my team that's dear to my heart, the Dodgers. They've got their most wins in their franchise history with 109. The previous record was 106.
What was
just
that?
for Dodgers?
Didn't you curse it?
What?
Nah, he cursed most wins in a row.
Most wins in a row.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
they've already done this one, so I'm not cursing anything.
Okay, I was going to say.
So they've got 109. They've still like 5 more games or 6 more games that they got left to play, but
But they've secured it.
they've secured it. They're about 3 games over their old record, and they've clinched first seed in all postseason. So if they make the World Series, they'll have home advantage. They've clinched that already.
So are you coming out here and saying they are making the World Series?
No, I'm not saying that. But we do have the first round off.
Don't say another thing.
Yeah.
We do have the first round off.
Because
so-
we have actually gone back and watched in the car the other day a few of the old episodes.
You
and-
guys did?
Well, to
and
be fair,
Coachy has really ripped on a few curses
He's
throughout
had
the
a few
episodes.
screamers.
so have you two though.
Yeah.
You reckon?
Yeah, I said Rabbitohs were going to win the.
You said Rabbitohs Cowboys grand final. They both lost last week. So a bit
I meant prelim final. Did I not say, or did I say? Oh,
no,
I
you
must
said
have
in the
said
grand final
accidentally.
and you thought Bunnies were going to win. So how does
Yeah.
that feel, buddy?
Yeah, step on that one, pal.
Speaking on the prelims though, and how the Cowboys lost, forward pass, atrocious call.
Skip, what are your thoughts?
I think it was fine. I think it was fine.
So if NRL officials have come out and said it was forward.
Then it's fine though, because
You can come out afterwards and say it's fine all you want. It was called fine on the night.
Yeah.
They asked Todd Payton about it. It happened so early in the game. You didn't lose because of that.
no, they did though.
They did. Why is that?
You got up 20 points to 12. You did not lose because of
Yeah.
a forward pass. You
They
can
lost
make all the excuses in the world, but that's not why you lost.
Yeah. What I did is, because to be honest, I don't give a shit about either of the teams. But what I did is I put myself in the shoes of the supporters. If that happened to the Dolphins, I think I'm going to have to go fight someone.
But
Genuinely.
if that happened at the start of the game, right, you'd be mad about it at the time. But if your team got up 20 points to 12 and then lost,
Wait, so
if it was 20 points to 18 and they threw that forward pass
That
and they
was-
scored and won, then yeah, I can understand that completely. It was the first try of the game.
Yeah.
yeah,
Then the Cowboys went up 20.
Then the Cowboys
Then
went
they
up
choked
after
it.
that, and then they choked. To me, that's
Yeah.
to
That's-
me, yeah.
that's fair,
If
I
you think
guess.
it's not a try, that's cool. You can think it's not a try, but that's not what lost you the game.
Yeah.
You were beaten.
yeah.
And Todd Payton did come out and say he thought it was fine.
Yeah.
He had no issue with it. In his press conference, that's what he said. We got beat tonight. Like he took it on the chin. It's football's 80 minutes. It's not made by one call.
But people looking at the scoreline, how close it was, and then they're saying, "Oh, that."
That's always going to be the case, right? Is that we look at the end result and think, well, that shouldn't have been there, so we'll take those points off, and we would have won. So
And
then they
was-
blow up about it.
But the thing is, though, if they don't score that try, it's a completely different game.
Exactly.
You don't know
And-
what's going to happen. They
and-
could have got rattled.
I don't know this genuinely. Who officiated that game?
You do know. It is the man himself who's reffing the grand final today, the brother Ashley Klein.
That's good for Parramatta supporters. Is it not? Is it not?
I think you might hang up the old, put the mic down. Mic drop, is it? Ashley
Oh
Klein.
my God, Ashley Klein, man! I talked about him. I think it was last episode. I talked about the shockers, not really shockers, the controversial games he's had. Man, he just outdoes
really
himself
ripped
every
the
week.
one
He
out.
comes out every week and does a better job.
But to be fair,
How does he get this gig?
because I don't, like in my opinion, he's the best referee in the game.
What about the guy that used to have hair who's bald now? Sutton, is that his name?
Jared Sutton.
Yeah, get him in there.
He's not refereeing anymore.
He's not ready.
When did he-
He's like head of NRL refs.
When did he stop?
last year or year before.
I swear to
But-
God, he was refereing this year.
But these calls, right? So what are some of the calls that he's made that
I think it was the
we're talking about? There was a Roosters Rabbitohs game.
the forward pass.
That's not-
the
The forward passes, he's ruling in lifetime. So and the bunker can't rule on that. So that and I thought it was touch and go. So
then you got the that sin bin record game
which was
Which was
the
from the
bunker?
bunker.
was the Cowboys Tigers wasn't him.
Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure.
No, it wasn't.
Was it not?
No.
It was
wasn't
something, but that was the bunker's fault anyway. I think. But anyway, there has been a few other shock. I think there's a few calls in Origin that I disagreed with as well with Ashley Klein. I think
But it depends on how you look at the game and how you watch the game, how you interpret the ruling. Because, see, you just said then there was a couple of calls that I didn't agree with.
yeah.
That doesn't mean that he's wrong.
Oh, that wholeheartedly means he's wrong.
If I don't,
I agree with it
he's
if it's
wrong.
the correct call. Because then what I do is if it's the correct call, then I just blame the dumbass players. So either one, someone's going to get the blame. So
Yeah.
if it's not the ref, it's the players. So Ashley Klein, shocker. We'll see how he goes in the final, eh? We'll see how he goes.
I think he's such a good ref because he lets the game, other than that Rabbitohs game, he lets the game flow.
But
for
he
most
couldn't
part.
do that after the bunker made that call.
Yeah, he had to do.
Yeah,
what
that
he
was
did.
the bunker's fault.
Actually, I don't know if you have anything on. Actually, I'll let you carry on. I'll touch on it at the
What?
end if you don't have it. No, carry on.
No, go now.
No, because I don't know if you're going to raise it, then we'll speak
Well,
about it
if
later.
it's about footy, I have barely any notes left apart from predictions. So.
Okay. This one pissed me off. Tane Milne.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I swear to God.
blatant dog shot. Is that what you?
Blatant dog shot.
What are you doing?
Get out. Just get out. You are a grub.
And the week before, he was a bit of a dummy too, eh?
He got warned. But the thing is, you deserve 6 weeks.
Yeah.
You deserve more than that. What he did is disgusting.
You just come in
Literally,
like that
like
and
this.
just
And
Spencer
Across-
Lenny wasn't even looking at him.
you're a cat.
And Spencer Leniu would eat. Oh my God,
Eat him alive. But yeah, you're a dog.
Nah,
You are a
well, that's
dog.
just clinical tackle technique.
Because even when he done it, he thought he was the man.
And there was no Latrell Mitchell was like, oh, you're like helping him up. Are you alright? He knew he was a piece of shit. He's kind of walked off into the background
Yeah.
and not looked. You see him on.
But even weeks
you can see him on the ground.
the Roosters game, you got Simon twice for high tackles.
Because he
And you've
smacked
act-
someone right there. In the
What are you
throat.
doing? You were jamming in and just attacking the neck, or higher.
Or in the Spencer Leniu's case, the
Yeah,
Literal
the eyes,
the tip
right
of
here.
the forehead.
You don't want to see where you're running? I'll just clop you right here with. I'll tense up and just smash you.
Because
with
the
my
thing is,
forearm.
the thing is though,
That's right.
Yeah.
the thing is, if he leaves that, they get the ball because he knocked it on before he even touched him, and he just comes in.
But
well,
it's just a dirty, dirty play. Like,
Yeah.
you
It
deserve
was
more than
pretty
6
gruesome, and to not own up to it and say sorry or help him up or anything, you've just cleaned up his skull. Like seriously,
Here's one for you, and I want to know what your opinion is on it because I've had numerous people talk to me about this. But what is your opinion on, say, Tamalolo got suspended in the preliminary final? He ended up getting 3 weeks.
that didn't. I can't really remember what he did, but
did
didn't.
he
I
shoulder
don't think it was
charge
deliberate, eh?
Oh, he shoulder charged Papali'i and got him here. So to me, if it's deliberate or not, you still made contact with the
Yeah.
head. You're suspended.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on now? Obviously, he's going to miss 3 games for Tonga.
Oh wow, they count that.
So Tane Milne was originally named in the Fijian squad. I don't know if he plays anymore because
he'll.
he'll cop a 6 weeks ban.
I don't know, mate. I don't know how I feel about that.
yeah.
That's.
I don't think.
I know you're suspended.
That's. It doesn't make. To be honest, I didn't know
I would.
the Rugby League World Cup was run by the NRL. Is it? Is it an NRL tournament?
No, it's no.
So I don't get.
That doesn't make.
See, that's the
Because
thing I don't.
for example, if
And this is exactly
Bowden
what-
Barrett got suspended in Super Rugby for the Hurricanes, that doesn't carry over to international rugby because it's a different thing. You know what I mean? It's a different It's
So
a
my
different
question,
tournament.
is, if you get suspended at
You serve it wherever you.
at the
New South
Diamond
Wales.
Athletics competition, right?
Yeah.
for drug use. Does that mean you can go and run in the Olympics? Because you didn't get suspended from the Olympics.
But that's blatant cheating. I think there's
Yeah,
a bit
there's
of
But you're getting suspended for something an illegal act.
that enhances your performance, not something that can be sometimes classed as an
So you
accident.
get
You can't accidentally cheat.
So you get suspended from the NRL and go to the Super League. You're free to play. It's a different competition.
I think
That's not
hasn't that
NRL.
happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'll be alright.
But that's what you're saying. It's a different competition. So how does it make it any different? You're still playing the same sport. You've done the wrong thing in that sport.
Yeah.
So you reckon they should be allowed to play? Because I don't.
For the because it's a completely different. Then he can serve as.
But then-
I think he would be able to serve his time suspended for the Cowboys next season when that starts. So you would have disagreed with the.
I think he should be suspended for
But
the World Cup.
that's kind of a bit. It's obviously a different thing. But Taylor May, he was suspended. Obviously, he didn't end up playing, right?
Yeah.
But they were gonna move his suspension to next year
So
for something he did last year.
I don't even think he should have been suspended
Exactly, I don't think he should have either.
because it was in the off season. He pushed somebody on the floor.
Yeah. Which I think he was.
I
had
think he
right
did the
to
right
do.
thing, yeah.
Cleary's the golden boy of the club. Obviously, he's going to get heckled, and he just had his back.
Yeah, just pushed him
Simple
over.
as that.
He didn't come in and dog shot someone or he just pushed him on the floor.
You never know what he could have done to Cleary. You know what I mean?
Also, the cops had already dealt with it. He'd been
Yeah.
charged outside the game.
Yeah.
Why do the
and it
NRL?
happened last year.
Why do the NRL and
Yeah,
integrity
not in
unit have to
season.
get
The
involved?
season had finished the night before.
Yeah. I bet let's focus on these dudes throwing out sex tapes like it's nothing. Like, seriously.
Yeah, like
NRL
his
integrity.
brother.
Seriously though, honestly.
Yeah.
Genuinely, like.
But anyway, to
come
go
on.
back to the suspension, I think it's a completely different, like,
Governing body.
yes, yeah. If who runs the Rugby League World Cup?
The Rugby League International Federation.
If they come out and say, start suspending people for that's fine because then that's on them. But
So hang on a minute.
Who did it? Who suspended?
Hang on,
them for
someone
that?
gets suspended in the World Cup final. Yeah? Completely dog shot someone. They have to wait till the next World Cup to serve the suspension? Or do they get suspended for the NRL?
I think it would be the next international opportunity.
So what if it's a country like Jamaica who hardly play?
I think that'd be sweet then. Because
That's a tough one.
Oh,
That's
I
very
don't. I don't.
tough.
Agree. I reckon you have to serve your suspension straight
I think
away.
if you get suspended, then yeah, the very next games.
It's like Queensland
doesn't
Transport,
matter.
New South Wales Transport, right? You lose your license in Queensland, you're allowed to go drive in New South Wales.
yeah, true.
Different.
It's-
You have to serve it. It's doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and this is a conversation that I keep having. Like, and I just wanted to get your opinion on it. A bit of
But,
a debate,
the thing is, some of these suspensions can be accidents, and now
I get it.
Now Tonga, the team, has to pay that price for something they had nothing to do
For
with.
one of their players' actions.
Yeah, but they had nothing to do with it. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And then now Cowboys get him like no suspension. Do Cowboys have to pay a fine? How do suspensions work? Do the club have to pay a fine or?
No, I don't
Nah,
think
it's
so.
it's on. I think it.
I think it all
you don't
comes back
get
on the
fines.
player.
Yeah.
I think he should be able to play, especially for what was a second tier nation. They're probably stacked as shit now, but now
Yeah,
they
they're
will
stacked.
probably. Do you reckon they'll still make the get out of the pools?
Oh, they'll get out of the
They'll
pools.
get out of the pool easy.
Their pools.
How many games in the pool?
Plus
3.
isn't it?
So
Yeah.
he'll be ready for.
They should be ready for first round of the finals. But
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one because I could not if you do it in rugby, I could not imagine someone getting suspended in Super Rugby and then not being able to play. See, is it okay? There's another question. Is it the country? Is it the team that the Tongan Rugby League suspending him, or the whatever that federation is?
what do you mean?
Who's suspending? Who is?
Upholding the suspension?
Yeah, is it Tonga
The
the
Rugby League
team?
International Federation.
Oh, okay. So
So they're upholding the NRL suspension.
Yeah. So if
So
it
they're
was Tonga,
taking that
he'd be
and
playing.
saying, okay,
Yeah, you cannot play in 3 games because you did the wrong
yeah,
thing.
the thing is, it's hard with rugby league because it's such a the NRL really does have kind of a monopoly on the whole sport.
Yeah.
They really can control the entire sport, whereas for example, rugby union, other sports, they have every country has their own, and then they answer to the IRB, which is a completely different thing. Like it's rugby league's a bit weird like that.
My question off the back of that is, so just say you had someone like who's someone that does the wrong thing all the time.
Tane Milne.
Nelson Asaf Solomon.
Just say Nelson. Okay, so just say Nelson. So Nelson gets suspended. Never, but just say
Yeah.
He never gets suspended, so this is green.
So he gets suspended, right?
Yep. I'd love to see that happen.
Yeah, so would I.
someday.
If he fucking ever gets
he ever
suspended,
fucking
but he
does that.
never does. And I forget where I was going with that. Now that we've just gone off on that.
And
Bit
like
of a
say
laugh.
we're gonna say he gets picked for New Zealand.
No.
Okay. Well, this is good.
Sweet then. So
Carry on.
we've
So
gone
we'll just shush then.
Anyway, yeah, it's a touchy
Yeah.
subject. The reason it makes it touchy is the NRL, the amount of pull they have in the sport of rugby league.
I think they're not doing themselves any favor with their judicial system either.
Yeah.
The way they've kind of taken it the past few years, made it fines.
That's where I was going with it. I remembered.
So then go to your
Someone
sport.
that's always a dirty player, right? As a grub, gets suspended all the time.
Yeah.
Are we happy giving them the privilege of representing their country because they've done the wrong thing? They're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah,
no.
that's a good.
It's a
good,
representative team,
That's
right?
a good way to put it. But
You're representing. You are picked because you are. In my eyes, if you're picked for that team, then you should. Like, there's no one that's picked for any of their countries that is just an outright grub.
Isn't Nelson picked for NZ?
See, he does. He does.
Tino's a grub.
Yeah, Tino is.
Tino's a grub. Did he get picked for? Have they named the Aussie team?
No, they haven't yet. The squad. I think they're waiting for.
I'd say he'd be in it though.
Yeah.
Like he's pretty. Sonny Luke. Wow.
Yeah, he's
Sonny
just crossed.
Luke. Got a bit of a story on him.
But yeah.
Off camera.
Yeah. Anyway, that went on a bit longer than.
Yeah.
But carry
Anyhow.
on, carry on, sorry,
Predictions. Is that where we're going?
I
NRL
just
grand
have
final
one
predictions.
more thing to say.
Yep.
Because it's my boy. It's your boy. It's the greatest of all time. Pujols. He's done it.
Oh,
He's
Pooey.
hit 700 home runs.
Well, we.
So, okay, no, he's already. Again, I asked this last time. He's already hit the 700,
He just hit it like 2 nights ago or something.
and now second all time. Still,
No, that's different. Hits is second all time. Home runs, he's fourth. But he's
Every time.
There's only 4 people that have hit 700 home runs, and he's one of them now.
who's the leader all time?
Oh, I think it
you know
was Hank Aaron or something, or Henry Aaron,
Um,
Barry Bonds, and then Babe Ruth.
oh, baby. Ruth.
Baby. But yeah,
They're all bums. Shout out Pooey.
shout out
I
my
know
guy
he's watching
Albert,
this too. I know he's
my
watching.
guy Albert Pujols. Honestly, he's the
Mr.
goat.
Pujols.
Poo Tech.
I was watching it because I was. Oh, actually, no. It happened when the day I was coming back from Melbourne. And I'm playing the Dodgers
Of course.
at Dodger Stadium.
That's close to your heart, so you let that one slide.
He's close to my heart. So, yeah, I was watching it.
I didn't realise
and
your asshole was that close to your heart.
Yeah, it was. I was about to board the plane, and I turn it on, and he's on 698
Yeah,
home
he
runs.
smacked 2.
And I've clicked on the game, and I'm watching it, and someone gets on base. Another person gets on base, I think it was. Oh, no, it might have just been one, and he smacked a home run. Went up 2-0.
So, hang on, quick question. So, if someone's on the base and he hits the home run, does he get 2 to his name?
No. So that guy gets a run. He gets an RBI.
So that's bullshit.
So it's a run batted in. So it does go to him. So that
But not
that
home
run,
runs.
No.
He only gets. So if he
So
strikes
he-
a home run, he gets the one.
he
Even
gets
if
the
its base
one.
is loaded.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
But
no, I
but
don't
but
agree
then
with
he also gets 3 RBIs because he's better than those people.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got them home. So he got that, and then I've turned it off, and I've sat down on my seat on the plane, and I've turned it back on, just before we take off. Another one, 3-run home run. He's better than the first 5 runs to get his 700th.
Who did you turn on? Sorry,
Albert,
Ah, shit,
Yeah.
my bad. Yeah,
yeah,
sorry
my boy
about
Albert.
that. Yeah, he just fiddled around with his poo holes.
that. Yeah, he's fiddling with poo holes,
Honestly,
and
I
he's,
can't
he's
believe
turned
that's
on
his
to Albert.
last name.
Yeah.
Poohole.
Pooey.
But just before we get into predictions, I've seen something on TikTok.
Bit of a ticky.
It's a bit of a they've gone through and I've seen it on NRL and NBA, but they've chosen a player and they've laid out their career path, so their teams that they've been in.
Yep.
And I'm going to read one
You're a
out to you.
You're a fucking genius. I seen this too, and I thought it was a good idea, but you're just a genius. You're really...
I did have 3 here, but I'll just do one just in case it takes long, and then we'll have one every week. You can pick one next week. You can do one.
It won't take
week
too long.
after.
Are we versing each other, eh?
Yeah, so whoever gets it.
Yeah.
So
is this
you said
NRL?
NRL or NBA?
This one's NBA.
Okay, good, because NRL he'd smoke my mouth in.
Yeah, he'd
All right,
smoke
go,
it.
let's
I
go.
thought so. Okay, so this
Do
player.
you know the game? How to play?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that.
sweet.
So
Oh, I don't think I'm gonna be any good at
this
it.
one might be a bit easy. So Mavs, Celtics, Cavs, Jazz, Memphis, Heat, and Suns.
Jay Crowder.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was thinking of his name, man.
Yeah. Bit of J.
Oh, I was thinking of his name. As soon as you said Celtics, I knew it.
Okay, I'll do my other 2. I did cross them up, but I can still see. Raptors, Suns, Raptors, Rockets, Bucks, Heat, 76ers.
Read that again.
Raptors, Suns.
Lou Will?
No, there's no
Raptors,
Hawks.
Suns, Raptors, Rockets, Bucks, Heat, 76ers.
Jimmy Butler.
No,
Oh no, he finished at Heat. Anyway,
he's still at Heat.
What was the last team? 76.
76ers. Yeah, I'm just trying to go through their lineup and who was drafted by the Raptors and then played for the Suns. No, I think I might have to pass. I don't want to take too long. Who was it?
76.
He won with the Bucks. I'll just say that.
PJ Tucker?
Yeah.
Did he play
Oh, he's at
Raptors,
the 76ers now.
Yeah.
Raptors twice?
Yep.
Oh, my God.
And he's gone
I don't know
back
he
to
went
the
Raptors
76ers.
twice.
No, neither.
That threw me off
This
there.
one. All right. Pistons, Cavs, Lakers, 76ers, Nets, Bulls.
Nets, Bulls.
Just read it again slowly.
Pistons, Cavs, Lakers, 76ers.
Andre Drummond?
Yep.
Yeah.
It was the last, 4 teams.
Did you say Lakers in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played Lakers,
He played Lakers.
season.
So he was at Pistons for 11 to 12 years.
Yeah, he's
He's
at
at
the
the
Bulls.
Bulls now, is he?
Yeah,
I didn't know he was at the Bulls, to be honest.
He signed with them. He's with them this season.
Yeah, right.
So that's a little game that I love to call.
Yeah, we might have to throw some games in here every now and again.
A little bit of a
Yeah, well,
game.
would have been nice to have an NRL one in there. Thanks, buddy.
Well, he didn't want me to win it.
Yeah,
That's
sorry.
the thing, yeah.
Well, next week, someone else can take over. the
Yeah,
game.
I'll do an NRL one for you guys.
Yeah, and then I'll do a Premier League one.
Yeah, I'll get it. No, both of you just do a Premier League for me.
Yeah.
This one, he's just played it. He's just Liverpool. Guess it, man.
Guess a Liverpool player that's played at the.
Yeah. Christian.
Suck. That's it.
Christian Ronaldo.
Christian Ronaldo or something.
But yeah, predictions. I think.
predictions.
Well, I know the Panthers are going to win, but I really want the Eels to win. But I think the Panthers are just going to absolutely smoke them off the park. Simple as that. That's all I got. And the
Who's
score.
winning there? Who's winning Clive Churchill?
Clary.
He's getting it. He was going to score.
Yeah,
going to
score. Oh, first I'll go score.
Sorry.
30-12. It's going to be a shellacking. Yeah. Eels just aren't ready for it. Panthers have all been there before, but all but 2 players.
Yeah.
And I think the Clive Churchill medal is it's not really who's going to win it. It's a question of whether Cleary puts his boots on and walks out to the field. That'll determine who wins that medal. So yeah, Cleary will win that. But I do really want the Eels to win.
He buffed it. He's buffed that.
Choke job.
Something chronic. That's
Is
Sean.
that O'Sullivan? Is that one? Is that
no,
the
I
best
don't
half
think
in the
it is.
league?
I think he scored.
No,
No,
it's not.
It's
Kurt Falls.
Kurt Falls.
Yeah. Anyway, Coachy, what do you got on the NRL Grand Final? Who do you want to win first of all?
Parramatta. And I
Parramatta.
think Parramatta's going to win. I think it's a very close contest. I'm going to go... Oh, I'm going to go 20-18.
Classic.
Clive Churchill. I think that's a hard... Because
Well, obviously, if Eels win, it won't be Cleary. So
it won't be Cleary, obviously. But, well, it still could be. Who knows? there's a variety of people who can get it. I think if they play well, it's either probably going to be Moses or Gutherson.
Yeah.
So one of those two. I'll go with Moses. Moses to get the Clive Churchill. Was there another thing?
No, that's it. Skippy.
I think Parramatta will win. I think the score's 22-12.
Wow, it's a pretty convincing victory.
Yeah, I think today they
Turn it on.
turn it on. And my Clive Churchill, I think, is Isaiah Papali'i.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Bit of a smoke show, that one.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a hottie. That's a hot
Yeah.
take. Do you really think he could win the Clive Show?
I do. I think he's the hardest working player on that
Yeah,
field.
but they don't see that.
Other than Dylan Edwards, I think
Like-
they will. Like, the amount of work he does, I think he scores a try, at least a try. The amount of defence he does on that, especially on the edge,
Yeah.
is insane. But I think they need both of their back rowers today to stand up, and if they do, then they'll win. I think it has a lot to do with, especially the middle forwards of Parramatta and the back rowers getting some good ball, early good ball, because they're very skillful players.
Yeah.
The only reason I didn't say Sean Lane is because Cleary's defending him, and I don't think Cleary.
Clary's too good of a defender.
Yeah. The only reason I say Papali'i is because I think he will run rigs around a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, interesting take. Well, does that segue into our? Are we going to do a grand final?
Yeah, a bit of a
Grand final, Throtty.
Yeah, 3-cap multi. Well, I'm going to come out and say, I'm going to go any time. Are you guys going to go a? Well, we're going to do head to heads because we got conflicting thoughts on who's going to win. So any time.
You doing it? I'm just checking the odds.
My thing can't even load.
Um, who am I going to go any time?
My thing's not loading.
I can do it.
I'm going to Taylor me any time.
Yeah. I go Tyrone then.
Yeah, Taylor B. Look, I'm going to go Will Penasini. I don't like him, but he's a honker and he never scores, but I'm going to...
He scored last week.
He scored.
I know, but
He's been the Parramatta's first try scorer 3 of the last 6, I think.
I know, but every time I put money on him to have any time,
so
he
that's-
honks.
So that's why. So it's not that he never scores when you
When
put
I
him
put
on.
money
he'll
on him,
score.
which
Yeah.
Why have you done that then?
What?
Ah,
Because he's in he's in good nick, so to speak. So Will Penasini anytime. See what he does for me. What's
I was
your leg?
watching this in Parramatta. Penrith
Parramatta.
absolutely carving the Devils.
Yeah.
What's
that's
yours?
game. What's yours, Skippy?
Go, just to be safe, just go to the line. Take Parramatta 8.5.
this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Parramatta plus 8.5.
I won't do a Parramatta try scorer because you've already done that.
Do a penny try scorer.
I've gone Dilda Pack Edwards to score anytime.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
a hottie.
One of the
and
best players this year, to be fair.
have you input those into the numbers? See what numbers.
Why
they
is
got?
that not coming up then?
Have you got the numbers?
Why don't they go into a multi?
Why don't you go same game multi so that you can...
Yeah.
And then just give us a bell on the value. What's the value there?
We'll just chuck in, what was yours? Will
Ultimate Penasini anytime. Dildangi Edwards anytime.
That's $20.50.
What a value.
But
Absolute value.
I have a power play. Let's go a power play, $23.50.
$23.50. So get ready to win $235, pal. But is that the wrap up? We'll be back next week for a bit of a review on
I just want to give
on an all-time classic, or
Coachy and Skip the flowers for the Dally M call on Nico Hines winning.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
So, well done, mate. Well, we've done
And
a
that
great
was,
job.
that was back on the old set.
Yeah.
And on the old desk, on the old panel, so to speak. Yeah.
Just a quick shout out to Lachlan Kiernan for tipping Dill Edwards, who I think finished 5th or 6th. So, great
That's
tip,
a
mate.
screaming hot take.
Yeah.
And did I pick anyone? I think
No,
I
you said
did.
you didn't know anyone.
you didn't
I think
know
you took the
what the
coward
goal was.
option and just bailed out early.
Yeah,
so,
the gutless option.
Yeah.
So
You're
I'm
a cap?
I'm a weak gutted dog as
Yeah, Jamin Salmon, so to speak.
yeah. But yeah, we'll probably be back next week for a bit of a review on the grand final. Hopefully, it's an all-time classic. Hopefully, it gives us some debating points. But
Hopefully, when we come back, Parramatta have broken their drought.
yeah,
so to
what's it?
speak.
38 years.
36, isn't it?
36.
It's about to be 37 and 38 because Finn's got it the next 2 years. So 39.
No, it's about
40.
It's about to be 40 because
Round it
we're
up.
going to go three-peat. So
So Finn's will three-peat.
Yeah.
after Penrith
Yeah.
win.
Anywho, that's us for the week. We'll see you next week. And yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, this cunt on his phone.
This guy.
Seriously,
I'm
man.
social
Checking
guy.
the Dolphins page for the.
Oh yes. That was a lazy 45.